Hi Taurus, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It would be great to have you, and if you already subscribed, thank you for all your subscriptions. So Taurus, on the 10th of April, Jupiter is going to go retrograde in your 8th house. So this means that over the next few months, this is up until August, you may need to have a little bit of a revisit or a rethink to your joint ventures, to your joint finances. And even when we think about the 8th house, we do sort of think of that deeper level in our relationships, which traditionally could be quite uncomfortable, where your deep-seated feelings are that oftentimes you might choose to hide from those around you in your most intimate and close relationships. It's kind of a time to revisit what intimacy means to you. What is true intimacy? Knowing people on a deeper level, having those really intense conversations, and being okay with the person after, not feeling awkward about things and your truest desires and how you express yourself. Because your overall well-being can sometimes depend on what is most prevalent on your mind, and oftentimes with an element of secrecy, they can harm people's physical health. And the 8th house is a lot of the time to do with secrecy. So is the 12th, but this is, Jupiter being here, it will expand feelings of intensity and your deeper connections when it's in retrograde. So on the full moon on the 19th of April, it is in Libra, which is your 6th house. So you're getting a second shot at releasing what no longer serves you and what is not working for you on a health, mind, body and soul level. It's really about releasing that type of toxicity and things that aren't working really. It's, as I said in the last month, it's the best full moon to kick a habit and begin, if you want to shed weight, it's the best full moon for starting that. Because sometimes, when the full moon shows up, it can remind us that we've maybe overindulged in certain areas, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in terms of what you're eating or drinking. It can often be overindulging in self-pity or negativity, those type of things, because you'll want to release something so that you can go into your season on the 20th much lighter and brighter than before. Because in the 22nd of April, we have this Uranus-Sun conjunction, and this is giving you sparks of genius, innovation, reinvention. So, to reinvent yourself is a wonderful thing for you to do, to try a new hairstyle, to try a new lifestyle choice, because we never know what truly works for us unless we try it. And for fixed signs, your sign in particular, you can get very set in your ways, and this Sun-Uranus conjunction will really liven up your life. You'll really feel very free and liberated, and you'll want to expand your perceptions of the world around you and what it has to offer. You may see things you haven't seen before. It's almost as if turning up the vibrancy. Now we do have Pluto going retrograde in Capricorn, as well as Saturn going retrograde in Capricorn, the 24th and the 29th of this month. And again, retrogrades are very much about pausing and reflecting. And to have this much activity going on your 9th house is kind of saying to me, you may question your beliefs. It's as if you're really getting this, from within right out to your physical self. And your appearance. From the outside in, you're really changing. You're really transitioning. You're having a moment. This year's it's very much a moment for Taurus where you sort of question everything that you believe in and what your perspectives are, and you can really go through these intense realizations of where you were restricting yourself and where you were holding yourself back, and more importantly, what you've learned. When I think of Pluto and Saturn being in Capricorn, Capricorn for you is the area of further education, higher education. It's a brilliant time to go back to university or enhance your education. It's a brilliant time to, watch documentaries on things, learn about things, read books, really expand your mind, because you are going through this sort of metamorphosis. And it's important that you are only bringing in things that will help you grow. So with that in mind, we're going to do some cards. We're going to be going from a few decks this month, actually, to give things a real bit of a shift. But because it's a mid-monthly, I'm not going to draw too many cards. I am going to do, I think, a traditional route, a little cross of truth, and see what we have for Taurus, just to add into the messages. Taurus. Okay. I did see the Queen of Wands appear there. She always means business. 8 of Swords, 5 of Swords, 7 of Wands. You're resisting this, you're very much resisting this change. And you know what? It's all going in the right direction. So stop fearing the change, because it's bringing you something so beautiful and so abundant. Let me see if I can move these so that you can see them that little bit better. So can you see the struggle that you're going through just trying to prevent things from changing? That's preventing the 10 of Cups. You struggling is preventing the 10 of Cups, Taurus. What do we have underneath? The Empress. That's you. That's your Venus energy. That is your abundance energy. There's such a screaming of abundance going on if you would just let it in. You know, as I say, you're going through this metamorphosis, this beautiful transition into a new life for yourself. And when we talk about the full moon being in the 6th house, it links to wellness. And when I see the Empress, I think she's the epitome of wellness. She's well nourished. She's confident. She is out in nature, enjoying the world. There's the green trees, there's the river running through the trees, and there's this sense of peace and attachment to nature. She's these lovely natural surroundings. She has leaves in her hair. Even if she looks very well off and affluent, it doesn't mean she doesn't enjoy the outdoors, the things that money can't buy. It's all about finding what makes you feel healthy. Your health is your wealth is a big indicator of the Empress being here. But the 10 of Cups is telling me that on the other side of this transition for you, you are seeing the rainbow in all its vibrancy for the first time. It's like seeing the sky for the first time if you don't resist the change too much, because you kind of are. The 4 of Pentacles is what is in the challenge position. Being afraid of letting people in, being afraid of taking a gamble with your money, being afraid of investing, being afraid of letting go of something. And as I say, with this full moon in the 6th house, you're going to want to let go of something. And I know that people kind of jump to the first relationship that they value the most whenever they hear about letting go. That's kind of human psychology. You jump first to the thing you're afraid of. And that's not what this is. This is to do with possessions. As you know, Taurus, your phrase is I possess. So what is it that you're possessing that's actually harming you? You know, there's a lot of Taurus people in my life who will hold on to possessions, and I mean physical possessions, long after they're worn out, long after they're crumbling. My dad's a Taurus, and the antiques that just, you know, gather dust and are in desperate need of repair, or the old socks that have, oh, I don't even know. But this is what that card is, right? This is holding on to things too tightly when it's in the challenge position. So tightly that you can't reach out to anybody. You couldn't hold somebody's hand or shake somebody's hand, inviting in new friendship, love, or business if you're holding this pentacle so tightly. And I know you're afraid of people taking from you, because the 5 of Swords in the challenge is being outsmarted. It's in your fears position. Being outsmarted, being a loser, having people take things from under your nose is your greatest fear at the moment. And that is preventing you from seeing the potential, seeing the opportunities. And that's not what an Empress should do. An Empress would be sitting on her throne with a view of all the things that are, you know, she can touch. She can see the trees, she can see nature, she knows about the abundance, she trusts herself, and she knows she deserves it. It's the key of feeling deserving of all the beautiful things that can happen for you. And this Sun Uranus conjunction is going to feel a little bit of a struggle if you let it. But what it really wants to do is give you these little sparks of genius. And on the other side of that, we have the Ten of Cups. There's a beautiful relationship, there's a beautiful business opportunity, there's a beautiful life out there for you, Taurus. And it's starting to make itself known. And you just kind of have to go along with it. So I'm actually going to be using the Animal Spirit, the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck as well by Kim Kranz. I wanted to get a new deck and I thought this one seemed beautiful. It's not really a predictive thing, but it'll link in with your energies and what it is that you have to think about, really. Dragonfly. Okay. Let's see. Let's talk about the dragonfly for a second. I'll just put this here in the middle so that you can see. Beautiful dragonfly. I love dragonflies. I've had them as spirit messengers before. And I think they're one of the most beautiful things to see. You know, they just sort of come out of nowhere unexpectedly and you get this flash of beauty and then it's gone again. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here for you, that flash image of the Sun-Uranus conjunction, because the dragonfly is the master of light. Very ethereal and creates a sense of wonder. You know, I mean, look at the beautiful blue hues in this. It's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. So how clearly are you seeing things? How calm do you feel? Because your perception clearly, as we go into mid-April, is a little bit warped. It's a little bit restrictive, right? The dragonfly is never restricted. The dragonfly will go from post to post on its own accord with a feeling of freedom. It's a very dreamy energy when the dragonfly is about, so you might be feeling overwhelmed. There may be a lack of concentration, you may need to meditate more. You know, maybe it's time to sort of take a higher perspective, rise above whatever it is that's bothering you, because that is the key to letting in your manifestations, to having these 10 of Cup moments, is by doing the things that you enjoy. Stop fighting yourself on what it is that you enjoy and what it is that you need to do, Taurus, to get in the moment, to get in the vortex. And then we have Freya. Be bold, unleash your adventurous side, take risks and be daring. Perfect energy for the Sun-Uranus conjunction in your sign. It's very, to have such a rebellious it's sort of like a redecorating, I think, when it's in your first house. And I do think a lot of Taurus will probably make that first haircut they've had in 40 years to a different style, you know, changing the style for the first time, or trying a new look, or, you know, trying a new diet or anything, or creating something. You know, tapping with the genius within is what I see for most Taurus going into your season, because it is Taurus season. And to all my Taurus April babies, very, very happy birthday to you. The 10 of Cups is a pretty good birthday gift. It's pretty much to do with that abundant feeling. Something is sparking that beautiful joy feeling within you this month, Taurus, and you're going to be feeling very, very excited for it if you just resist resistance. I know that sounds very strange to say resist resistance, but the 7 of Wands is almost like fighting for your right to be free from yourself, from your restrictions, from what's holding you back. Because alongside that, having the 7 of Wands in your helpful position means that you are your own competition. So with that being said, Taurus, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, all of the above. Please come follow the channel on Instagram, and I will see you all in May for some more birthday readings. See you guys later. Bye.